This is Suzanne Wagner, and I'm doing the intuitive patterns for the month of September 2024. So this is where I take about 5 or 6 different decks of cards, and I pull like usually 3 to 5 cards in each suit, and then I do an interpretation based on those cards that were pulled. So in the Aleister Crowley Tarot, I've got Indolence, Power, and the Knight of Swords. In the Words of Truth, I've got Commitment, Gratitude, Safety, and Inappropriate Relationships. In the Mayan Oracle, I've got the Transformer, Etsnob, and Unity. In the Medicine cards, I've got Lizard, Bear, and Blank Shield. In the Ancient Egyptian Tarot, I've got the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Sun card. In the Osho Zen Tarot, I've got Source, Past Lives, the Creator. And in the Healing Earth Tarot, I've got the Ace of Shields, the 5 of Crystals, and the 10 of Crystals. So, what is the interpretation and what all does this mean? So what is clear this month is that the tables have been turned. What was on top is now on the bottom, and what was being suppressed is back in control. The cards seem to repeat this theme in a variety of ways. The old and decrepit dragons protecting the gold in their lair no longer can stop the onslaught of change that has awoken. There is a bright new light shining in on the chaos that intended to instill fear and give those dragons control over others. And in the place of that light lashing out with hate, all that light does is hold up a mirror. And just like Medusa, once she sees her own reflection that turns others into stone, she too turns into stone, and that stone collapses in on itself and turns to ash. We see in that reflection of the mirror those that wanted to instill so much fear in the people, but they did not realize that so much hate is exhausting, taxing, and just terrible. Eventually, even the most blind souls begin to sense that with the current strategy of negativity, that they cannot win. And so, the lightning strikes the towers of Babylon, and everything brought by the pain and suffering of others comes crashing down. The dark horses of death and doom get sucked back into the dark shadows from which they arose, and the misery and pain of the people shifts into a celebration that is about the power of the human potential that will not be sacrificed on the altars of dogma, power, and the wealthy. This month, we remember that we deserve more, and we can demand more very loudly. It will feel good for those that have done such terrible things to feel frightened of what is unfolding. They should be frightened, and they need to be terrified of what is yet to come, because the horrible things that they created are now not going to be a legacy that they can pass down to their children. Those things will now shackle their children with a karmic burden and debt that will be an embarrassment and a terrible inheritance for generations to come. This month, the people are empowered and take the control. This month, there is something powerful and divine at work behind the scenes and in obvious ways. We sense that there are angelic forces behind us, supporting us in this change. We need an inspiration, and we got one. We needed a spark, and we got one. We needed hope, and it was offered up on a silver platter. This month, we feel the power of love at work in our world and in our life. We feel as if we have a new courage to face the dragon, and we also believe that somehow we can and will win. It is a very good feeling. Have a great month.